have a bike, a Beta Enduro bike, model 2013, with some leaky forks. We're gonna swap out the seals, which live somewhere over here. As you can see, the bike has been standing here for like an hour, and already there's a spot over here and a little drip over here. So we're gonna take everything off, mud guards, all the axle and stuff, perhaps the brakes, I don't know. So let's get cracking on this bad boy, and if you have the possibility to lift it from here on the steer, job will be easy cheesy. You can also support it from under there, or with a special lift for this bike. Some lifts you can install somewhere on the frame, but yeah, I like to use my my engine lift and just do it like this. So let's get cracking. We're using the fork oil 5W for this one, full synthetic. And if you want to know how much oil goes in your fork, go to the website of Kroon Oil, and they have a really good search engine. You type slim zoeken, and then you type in the accept the cookies, blah blah blah. Then you type Beta, it's 350, this one. Yep, and let's check it out. It's an Enduro 350 2013 look, and they have specifics for 14, 13 and 12, so pay attention to which one you take it. They might differ a little bit. So then they give you the engine oil, which one you should use, how much you should use, and then you have the fork. Oh, it's too fast. So for the fork, they say it should be on, the level should be on 110 millimeters. So now we have to loosen up this part over here. So now the fork is in the bike and it cannot move. So it's easier to take this cap, just turn it loose and crank it hand tight again, so it doesn't drip oil all over the place. So it's okay for us just to unscrew the cap, just to make sure the cap is not squeezed in by this bolt over here, which retains the fork. I'm gonna loosen up these two and then give it a crank right over here. So these ones look like 10 millimeter bolts. Is it a 10? Yep, it's good. So just loosen it up. And as you can see, there's no more tension now on the dust cap, because it was yep, it was tensioning the dust cap also. So 24 goes on. Yep, nice. So you put on the 24. Yep, goes on pretty good. Just give it a smack, and there we go. We just loosen it, and this is hand tight against it, so the oil will not fall. Easy cheesy there. Of course this one isn't having it. Yep, no problem. No problem. Maybe I'll use my gloves. Nope. You'll have to use the hammer. course, if you have an impact gun, once the shocks are out, you can just put the impact on there, use a 24 socket, bam, shoot it off, no problem. But I'll show you because most people don't have the impact gun. Okay. And there we go. Up and tight again. Nice. Yep. So that's free. Then what do we have more? More 10mm bolts over there. So first we undo these ones as they keep the tension on the axle. So it's a safety thing. Shouldn't be super tight, just hand tight and a quarter of a turn more. That's it. So just loosen these up. Some you don't have to take them out. That's one I want to say. No, this one wasn't even tight. Again, yeah, before we do it, we might push back the piston a bit, just a tiny little bit, yep, that's enough of that, and then we undo the bolts. Yeah, I would say the whole piece comes off if you do this. Yep. So one bolt over here. As you can see, the oil drips on the brakes too, so it's really risky business. We have two of the same bolts, same lengths, yeah. So now we can take this off, and there's no oil on the brake pads, so that's good. That's good news. Yep. All right. When we put it, don't push on the brake lever, don't pull. You can also stick a screwdriver in and gently turn it a bit so the piston gets pushed in. See? And that way we can install it much easier on the brake disc right over here. So as you can see over here, oil, yeah, could be very, very dangerous riding a bike like this. Most of the bikes have this problem, by the way. So check it out, check it out. So now we have somebody has been here already because it's scratched, damaged a bit. Now we have to take off this bad boy. So it's a 24. Yep. Let's crank it loose. 1/2-inch socket wrench. Yep, looks like. So, figured out, you cannot hold the other side, so, or you use the impact to take this bolt. It's just a bolt that goes into the axle, as you can see here. Up, pretty rusty, so that explains why that didn't come off easily. So you have to screw in these ones on the other side, and then you have some tension on there, and then you can unscrew this bolt or use the impact. Just a little clicks on the impact, it was loose immediately. So yeah, it's easier to drain the oil, the remaining oil at least, in the fork when it's sitting like this. So I'll show you. We have these nuts over here, and we can loosen them, and then the oil will fall out, drip out. So I'm gonna do that first. Just put 2 pans just besides the wheel, let it drain, screw the bolts in again, and let's continue then. So we take our sockets again, 19mm sockets, lefty loosey of course, and we give it a good smack. No, it's not coming out. No. It's coming. And it's coming. Ah, man. And there we go. Nice little action. That's not oil, that's water. What the fuck? Damn, boy. That was dirty. Oh, look at this. That's a really fucked up oil seal. Alright. So let me just clean myself and this mess. And I'll see you then. So, same thing for this side. Let's try our luck again. This one's a bit damaged, so I have to make sure it's really well seated. Oh. Liquid action once again. So, before we continue, should have done this in the beginning of the video. Take your seals. Oh, a sticker, nice. Put them in here and put some oil in there. We might as well just pour it in there because we need it anyway. And that way they can be friends in the meantime when we're taking apart the forks. And that's enough. There we go. So we're back at it. So we took out the axle, just gently tap it with brass punch or screw in the cap again, a couple of threads, and just tap it slightly. It will come out if it's lubricated. But either way, just use a brass punch and you're good to go. So the wheel comes out. Have to remove the caliper a bit. Yep, I screwed in the things, the nut with the bolt rather with the tension adjuster, the fluid adjuster I should say, just to stop it from leaking. Just hand tighten there, so we can take it apart on the table. So here we are, left with oh, yeah. Ah, that's better. Pay attention for the washers on there. They fit just in the plastic. Put it over here. Actually, I don't need to remove those ones. I can just hang the line by itself. Now we can see the oil spillage, leakage everywhere. It has been pretty rough on there. Oh my god. And do we have room? No, we don't. take some more sockets. Yep. Yep. So as we undo the last one, we'll have to pay attention. Oh, you don't have to take them all completely out, but now it's sitting loose. So yep, hold the fork and oh, so the fork is still in there. The other ones without tension, right? We'll have to tap it and it could come flying out. Oh no, it's rotating a bit. Yep, it's coming out. Let me just check it out. Yep, it's coming out. Oh, and there we are. There we go. So it's our left side. So we'll take a little screwdriver, get the clips off, and don't know what the clips is doing here. Should be for a dust seal, I think. Oh, it just comes off like that. There's a groove here. I can't see why the groove is there. Let's take a closer look. So this is a groove. With a spring, the clips, I should say, with no purpose. So, oh my god. So, number one, I'll start from the right. So, in here, this is the bottom of the fork. This is the cap he took off earlier. So now we have to get the fork separated. 24. Yep. So let's take the cartridge and everything out. Make sure your hands are clean. Up. Lay this to the side, on the side. We have a washer. We have another little washer on there. Yeah, so it flew out, flying. Of course it did. So this is a dust seal. Let's take it off. First, put your screwdriver in there. Go round and round. And upside down. No, just go round and round. Let's take a bigger stick. Oof. No, this one is too sharp. Yep, this one over here. Yep. Oh, this fits better. Oh no, it doesn't. Or can we move it? Yeah, just try to turn your screwdriver a bit as you're going around. Yep, it's coming. And there we have it. In here we should have a spring, yep, little spring little clips, I should say. So we take our phone tournevis, screwdriver, and we take it out. And then we can slide out. Look here, over here, this. Yep, that's one side. Just now we go round and around. Don't score your tube. So there's a couple of holes where you can stick in something. Why does everything that comes out of my mouth has to be so dirty? I don't know. Sorry, not so sorry. So yeah, you undo the clips from the holes. One hole and the next one, and there we go. And now it's free to move. And now we can just gently slide it out of each other. Bam. And clean everything up. You can see there's a lot of aluminum-ish paste everywhere. What we have here, most importantly, here we have our bushing, 2 bushings, a ring, and then the oil seal. So a quick little overview. I took apart the fork, one side, and as you can see, there's some light. As you can see, there's a ring here, and that's sitting. I just left the one fork in so you can see it. That's sitting over here. There's no particular reason. Just clean it, replace it. I think it's just for looks. There's no hole or nothing inside this slot, so it clips on and that's it. Yep. Special. Maybe it's something to avoid this piece from smacking too close to the dust seal. Could be some engineering flaw, perhaps. So we install this ring again. Of course, you clean everything up. Then the dust seal, then the spring for the oil seal, then the oil seal itself, and I'll show you. If you don't have a special plastic sock or something to put it on, just take your feeler gauge. I took the 1/100th millimeter feeler gauge. 1/10 is this, 1/10 of a millimeter. So you just because it's difficult to get it across these little boards. Just stick it under gently as you come down, and then you can go around. Just turn your oil seal, and it will go over the lip here, and so you don't damage anything, and the rest of the way is easy. Same for the dust seal. Just took this little feeler gauge and worked perfect. So after your oil seal, you have this conical ring. Should fit in like this. So the conical, yeah, the empty sides should be pointing towards the next ring here, and then you have your thing here, your glider, or how do you call it? And this fits in this little slot in the fork, in the inside of the fork. So clean everything nice. I should replace this, but I don't have a new one, and parts are hard to find right now. So clean it up, replaced it, reinstall it rather. Then just Up. Then you have the top part, the black part of the fork. Comes apart really easy. You should do this in the beginning. I loosened the bottom in the beginning, and that's this one right here. But you don't need to do that. I did it because this was loose, it was separate. So I found everything back. Someone has been in here and it was laying loose. This came off. Can never come off just like that, but hey. We fixed it, put a new little spring on here, so everything is in good nick, good working nick. Yep, nice. So little quick tip when installing the fork, the cartridge rather, if you happen to need to take this off, like I did, because the internals were loose. So when you have to screw it back in, it will spin freely. But you have a special tool to hold the four thing in there, the shape with the four pieces of iron sticking out, aluminum. You probably have a special tool, but I don't have it. So if you take a peek through this hole here, and I will turn. Well, now I fixed it, of course. But if you take a peek through this hole here, if you can see it, yeah. So there you can. Stay here. Yeah. So there you can stick in your screwdriver gently, and it will catch on one of the. It's a cross shape thing. It will catch one of the tooth. So you can hold your screwdriver like this with one hand, and then with the other hand you can tighten it up, and you will feel when it's bottoming out, when it's the end of the thread. You will no longer be able to hold it here, but then it will make contact. It will have made contact with the end of the thread, so it's almost fixed. And there are two rubber seals on here, so it just needs to be tightened against it, not super tight, like 20-30 Newton meters like that. So if you reach that stage, you're actually almost, you're good to go. But what I did, I took my handy Milwaukee here, and the speed of this will tighten it so fast that it will get pressed to each other, and then you can tighten it just by turning it here. So just putting it on setting number 1, it's like 80. You don't have to continue it. No, it's like 50 Newton meters, I think. I don't know. It's not too much. So just take it here, and then bam. You can, if you keep on shooting, it will shoot until it's has reached the maximum Newton meter for setting 1, but I don't know it by heart. But this will be probably somewhere around 40 Newton meter, 35, something like that. So that's how you can tighten the cartridge up without any special tools. Hope this was helpful, because I certainly don't have the special tool for this. And this trick goes for the most springs, most forks, all the forks that I have seen. So there you go. The footage out of the bike will already loosen this up, so now we can continue to unscrew it. And it's free once the spring is no longer having friction with the tube. Can come out. Should be tension on there. No. So let's take everything apart. As you can see, it's all as it sits on the bike. I loosened this up, but we didn't have to. I'll show you. And this is how it comes out. So here we have our cartridge right here with the spring still attached. So to undo the spring from the cartridge, we have to use I think it's number 19 here and the 24 here. Let's do that. Number 19, stick it in between somewhere. Yep, there we have it. And let's undo it. I will use this side of the wrench and turn it to the left, of course. Up. Not a lot of force there. And now we can continue. Take off the cap with the adjuster. There we go. So we set this on the side here. Do not fall, cap, do not fall. So we have to take off the spring. And we have to do it anyways, because in order to fill this up correctly, you need to have 11 centimeters measured from here, with the cartridge inside, of course, measured from here until to this point. 11 centimeters, 110 millimeters is the same, obviously. So take the cartridge. If there's any oil left, it will come out right about now. Yep. So everything is still intact, slides nice, and there's no more oil on there, so in there. Nice. So completely drained. Nice. We set all this aside over here. Keep it clean with some rags there. Debris will ruin your job, this job at least. So inside here there's nothing anymore except for the oil seal, and in order to get this off, we obviously need to remove the dust seal, dust cap or seal. And I'll show you with our new kit. Oh, it's the other one. Yep, our new kit over here has the dust seal plus the oil seal. So it's SKF. This is the part number right here, KITG 48Z HD. Yep, quantity 1. Alrighty. And these are the new seals, SKF, the best to do it in business. So let's try to take off the dust seal. Somebody has been in there before, as this is already cracked. So gently slide something in between, like a little pocket screwdriver to get it going. So we go round and round, just lift it a bit, up, up, and it's coming out, it's coming out. And we're almost there. Now take a bigger screwdriver. Where's my other one? No. Yeah, doesn't matter. This will work. And there we go. There we go. So we slide this to the top or bottom, as it's a reverse fork, telescopic fork. And then here we have the spring to keep the oil seal in there. So what we do is we try to grab one of the edges, like over here you have one, and here the spring starts or ends. Yep. So that's up one, and lift it, go around and around, and take note of how the spring is mounted in there. Very important. So as you can see, the legs of the spring are a bit upwards. So as it clicks inside, it's pressing down like this. You see? So take note of that. Now that we have this over there to the side, in order to get the oil seal out, we just have to grab it and do this movement. And there we go. That's all there is to it. Take note. Of course you have the video now, so you don't have to take note. But take note how the oil seal is mounted in there. And also we have some rings over here. And as you can see, yep, as you can see, this ring is a flat one, sitting flat against the oil seal. In my other fork, I had a little bit of a problem because this ring is conical. So yeah, I have to figure out how to do this. So yeah, this will work again, looking pretty flat. I'll press it once again. On even a straighter piece of steel, but looking pretty good. So this is how it's sitting all together. Now take it off, pretty easy. You can just slide something under here and move it a bit upwards. There we go. And there we go. Bam. Number one, place it as it comes off. Number two, up. Number three, up. And eventually number four, sitting right over here. The oil seal, the old one, comes off just like this. So when you install it, this is the part where the spring catches on, and this is the part where the oil goes in and goes back into the fork. So pretty obvious. Comes off like this. Up. Spring comes off like this. Dust cap comes off like this. And here you have it in a nice order. So let's clean everything up, install it again, and I'll see you for that. So installing everything in the same order as it came apart. We'll slide this one in here. Like this. Like so, I should say. of course, with the cartridge inside like this. Up. And to get it in there, I ordered a nice special tool, seal driver. You can get it on eBay for a couple of bucks. Pretty handy stuff. Make sure it's good for your size of oil seal. This is from 40 to 50 millimeters, I think. And how to do this: we sit this piece on the oil seal and then we smack it in. I will show you in just 1 second. This goes over, and then this will push against the oil seal. Yep. So we just smack it in there. It's going, it's going. Yep, and it's seated. Just oh, almost lost something. So separate the tool again. Take out your seal driver. Seems to be a bit stuck in there. Yep, it's okay. Clips off. Yep, that's okay. So your oil seal is in there. Seems to be pretty good. Yep, and now we install the spring. And the spring, as said. Okay, just pay attention for the. Yep. So the spring should have the legs over here pointing upwards, so it's putting down force on the spring itself. So just start it, hold it with your finger, get it in there, up, take a little screwdriver or whatever you have laying around, and I'll show you. Yep, it clips in. Nice. Yep. So as you can see now, the spring is installed. Just clips in, but nothing at all. So make sure everything is still smooth and clean. And now we can slide our dust seal down. Up, and our dust seal should just gently pop in there with no effort at all. Voila. If it is an effort, you can always use the seal driver again, perhaps. Well, no, that doesn't fit on there. Or just a little part of the driver tool, perhaps. Or your fingers. So yeah, dust seal is in place. Yep, nicely seated in there. There we go. Oh, pay attention to these parts, of course. And don't forget to install the ring. It has no meaning in its life except for show. Yep, there we go. Let's Nicely installed, dust seal, oil seal, yep. So now we can turn it again. It goes on the bike like this. And don't forget, this ring fell out and it's living like this in there. So pop it down. Of course, we can also make sure the dust seal is seated good. Just push it down a couple of times and it will be good in there. Throw in this ring. Make sure it seats correctly. You wiggle it around and what happens? It falls into place. Nice. So we finally got it right. If you can see, the oil level should be measured like this. You take 11 centimeters, so 110 millimeters. You put it right here, just on the edge of the shiny tube, and then you measure. And look, I just got the tip. I got 1 centimeter too much of oil, so I'm gonna take 1 centimeter out, obviously, to get it right. But to measure it good, in a good way, you should make sure all the air is out of the cartridge. So you pump it up and down until you hear this. Exactly, nothing at all. Nothing at all. So all the air is out, and then you can measure the right amount of oil in there. The height of the oil level. And how much does it take? Well, I'm sorry, my light is has failed. So this is half a liter, and the second cup still has 345, something like that left. Let's call it 350. With the 1 centimeter out of there, it will be 350. So it's just a small tube, so it isn't much. So let's say 650, if my calculation is right, of course. It is 650 per tube. So you can measure it, of course, to be sure, but I would rather have the manual say just pour in 650 and go ahead, man. Equal amounts of oil in the forks should be a good ride. So yeah, that's it. I'll meet you again when I install it, and then for a test drive perhaps. See you then. And one more thing, the manual says also says to completely slide the fork over the other one. Slide this tube, the black tube, over the other tube until it bottoms out right here, and then you can measure the oil level. So just forgot to tell you, and as you can see, that's a good one. And again, here I'm back. One extra tip: when you install the spring, obviously the cartridge will be hard to get from here. So pull out the cartridge. The oil pressure will keep it a bit high, so you can slide the spring over it and then block it with your screwdriver. So this way you can easily turn the cap on and then remove your screwdriver, and now you can slide the tube up like so and check for oil leaks, of course, but it seems good. And now we can install the cap again and install it on the bike. So don't be making the same mistake as me. Before we slide the tube up, we take our 19mm wrench should be another 24 also should be here. Yes, it is. And we need to tighten up the upper cap to the cartridge, of course. So let's turn it on. Until it stops, and then gently yep. This is easier. Yep. And there we go. It's going in. Yeah, this would be the better option. Just turn it by hand, and then yep. Nice and tight, hand tight will do. Then we slide up the tube once again, slide it up, turn the cap in, and the same thing for the cap, nice and tight. Take your 24. Yep. And we'll tighten it when it's on the bike. Let's check for oil leaks. And as you can see, take off the glove. This tube is, yeah, it's perfect. We scotched it to clean it, of course, and the little tiny mini scratches will have a point where the oil will have its lubrication thing action with the oil seal. So this is looking very good. It's yeah, just some stains from the grease, from the oil, whatever, but no leaks whatsoever. So let's put it on the bike. So let's slide our tube in again. Yep. It will be a bit stubborn, so wiggle it left to right, up and down. Aye, up. It has to go up. So up. Yep. And there we go. Yep. Nice. So this part we can turn however we want, so it doesn't matter. So make sure this is sitting leveled with the holder. So one over here, and it's tight. Up, and now that we have it almost tight, and I'll check out the Newton meter, the specs for these holders, but this is good for me. Up. Yep. Now we can, before we tighten the upper one, the upper part, come on. Yeah, well, the weight is putting it to the side. We can tighten up the cap. Maybe I'll post it in the description of the video how much it should be. Another nice tip, if you don't have the impact gun, to tighten this one up if you loosen it. Just stick this little pinch tool, yeah, how do you call it? Stick. This one has a nice angle, goes in here and grabs the internals. And that way you can easily just put your wrench on and up and tighten it until it's yeah, hand tight. That's enough. Just to finish it off, put it like this, up, hand tight. That's it. So nice little tip if you don't have an impact gun. So in the vise it's easier, so it seems. Clip my tool on. And let's check it out, shall we? Oh, it's going in. Yep, that's it. Good tool, just not super handy to get it off. And starting to rust. All right. Oh, making the same mistake over and over again. So put your fork down, but do not forget that stuff can fall out unless you screw on the cap momentarily. So, yep. And yep, clips is good. Okay, let's start the clips. Put it in one end up. It's easier with a vise with a of the shape to hold the tube in there, perhaps. It will be a lot easier. Ah, damn it! Almost grabbed my fingers. Oh, you dirty bastards. You dirty bastard. Yeah. Well, we could also do it like this. And I can still film it, so hey. Sometimes my brain is not functioning correctly. I would recommend screwing on the cap not to lose any parts, but since we like some adventure here, let's not do that. So there's the clip, making the clip sounds, and it's seated perfect. Yep, it's seated perfect. Clean out the groove where the clip goes. Very good, because I forgot to tell you, I think there was a bit of dirt in there, a fair amount of dirt. So again, don't lose your parts. Now the dust seal, easy way to push it in. You take some of the oil and I just lube it up a little bit, so it goes in smooth. And an easy way to put it in is just, and that's it. Just smack it. There's no better way to, you hear it when it's bottoming out, so that's all right. Again, do not lose your cartridge and your rod inside there. Clean off any excessive oil, and the fork needs to be like this to fill it up with oil. So we are in Dutch we say we are good busy. Goed bezig, jongen. Goed bezig. Yeah. So yeah, that's a good one. Look at that proud fork. Let's continue. I need to clean it off, of course. And now let's fill it up. So we know we need at least a half liter, and then 150 again. So I'm gonna show you how it reacts when the oil goes in, and how you can get the bubbles out. I told you, but let's perhaps show it. So just pour it in. Doesn't matter how, just gently pour it in the shiny tube, not in the other one. Yep, there we go. Before we start this job, I didn't mention it, I think. Always put your oil seals in the oil where it will be living in, so it installs a bit easier. Right. So there's no oil yet. So it surely takes a half liter. So if you would ever see oil and there's no oil coming out of the bottom, so we must be doing something good, you know. So approximately 650. And I can see the oil is rising. Okay, it's almost at the top. You would say, oh my god, the oil level is too high. Well, no, we have to let the air bubbles out gently. It will get harder to go up and down, and you will hear noises of bubbles escaping. But the point is, you don't want to hear anything anymore, and it should be very hard to push down and to go up. As you can see, there's a lot of tension on it when I pull it up, so the seals in there must be doing a good job. It goes down rather smooth, just at the bottom it's a bit harder, a bit stiffer, and there you have the adjuster to make that softer or harder. So as you can hear between my annoying talking, perhaps, no bubble sounds anymore. That means 99% of the air is gone, and we can keep on filling it unless the level is good. But as we know, we need 650. Nope. We take our meter and we shove it in, and nothing. Pay attention, now the level will rise more rapid. Yep, like 5 centimeters to go, something like that. So that's a half a liter and a bit from over there, but we had 350 left. We need 650, so 350 minus 50 minus 50, 50. Yep. So that's an easy way to tell if you're there. So just 40 more, give or take. Almost. Let's measure it again. And still dry. So you see it's pretty delicate. Almost there. Measure again. And is this a little drop? Cha. Measure again if you're not sure. No, still dry, but I'm guessing we're not too far off. Oh, let's put some more. And there we have it. Same thing as the other side. I had a centimeter over, so now we can do it again. Go up and down. Epa. Yeah, no bubbles whatsoever. One last time for good measure. And in between you can also feel it. There's a lot of resistance. Oil level. The air is gone from the fork. Now let's measure it again. Up. And yep, if you can see it, the oil is right on here on my finger. So we have a centimeter too much. We will take that centimeter out, and then we have 11 centimeters of oil, measuring from here till there. The perfect level for these forks for 350 or Beta. Let's grab the spring. Doesn't matter what side you grab. Nope, it's equal. Some springs are tighter in the bottom or the top, however you want it. So let's extract the cartridge rather. Once again, pretty tight. Yep. There we go. So now it's fully extended. Now I quickly put the spring in there. And there you go. Just like that. Grab it. Screwdriver helps you to get it out again. When you do this, make sure you have your tools laying with you. So now we can hold it like this, and I can screw on the cap like a champ. And there we go. Cap is on. Yeah. There goes the screwdriver. It's tightening up. Let's get Mr. 19 to help us here. Mr. 24 to tighten it for the first time. Yep. So, righty-tighty, of course. Yep. Wow, that's good. That's good. Then we take our 24 and we make sure it's, yep, that's good, hand tight. Now we move this bad boy to the top, so we can screw in our cap. Make sure your seal is top seal here is in good nick, of course. And to make life easier, I'm going to just use my wrench. Oh, this one's sitting. Yeah, it's still good. It's still good. These ones are universal oil seals. Yep. All right. Now, let's clean the hands and check it out. Nice and dry. I think we did a good job. Let's make sure. And yes, we did. No drips, nothing. Clean as a whistle. I don't know how clean whistles are, but clean as a whistle, they say. So let's get this bad boy in here, and I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna look for all the tightening torques, and I'll catch you back to show them, of course. Can you see it? I think you can. So the cap is not mentioned. This one should be hand tight. Then these ones 17 Newton meters. Shut up. Then these ones 12 Newton meter. And then we have the wheel, the axle nut. So this one takes 50 Newton meters, 50, so 50. But in order to tighten these up, you have nothing to hold the axle right here. So what do? We tighten these ones up. And if I'm not mistaken, no, I'm gonna check it out. Those little ones, how much do they take? The little ones take 10 Newton meters. So 10 Newton meters. The brake bolts take 35. Just so you know. So, yeah. Let's do it correctly. So 10 Newton meters is a hand tight. That's what that is. Nothing special. So we set this one on 9 and we take one more 10 Newton meters. If you need things in foot pounds, Google is your friend, or this one does the same thing. Oh no, KGS, yeah, centimeters, foot pounds, 92 and a bit, 93, wow, whatever. Use Google. I'm not used to foot pound stuff. So good tip, if you tighten things up like this, holders of axles, of forks, check them like 3 times each, certainly that they don't tighten up immediately. So you have to check them. Eventually you'll get the click with the torque wrench everywhere. So now the axle is tight on that side, and we can continue tightening it up over here. And this is 50. So as you can see, everything's looking good. And over here, Everything is looking good too, although there seems to be a slight bit of separation. Yep, have to check it out. So let's lift the bike so the wheel can spin. Yep. Oh, caliper is acting up. So this should be, there's a slight gap in between this one and the wheel. Yep, but this is sitting good in there, like it should. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna check it out, catch you then. So quite interestingly, this is sitting good in there. Yeah, it's like that. So there seems to be a gap here, and on the other side there is almost no gap, because over here you have the dust seal sitting almost against the spacer. Yeah. Nope. It's like this. Cannot close the gap. On the other side, here we have the dust seal. And let's check it out again. Ah, shut up. Yep. Yep. Just like that. It's incredible. It's fucking 10 p.m. and there's still action in the school across the street. Fantastic. So how do we put in the axle? Just lift the wheel a bit, shove it in. Let's check out the other side. Oh, too far. Let's go back a bit. I'm sure important school activities will be happening tonight. Yep, it's almost in. Tap it gently. And there we go. Now we see the threads. We can bolt in. The nut. How can we make sure it's fully seated on the other side? Well, we take our brass thing here and we tap it until we hear the stop sign. So you heard the difference in sounds. That's it. Yeah. Now we tighten these ones up again. 10 Newton meters. Oh, come on. Yep. That's a bit faster. Yep. Yep, done. And again we have the little pull. Caliper still hanging there. a little bit of space because the dust seal is deeper in this part as on the other part. Italian, isn't it? Yeah. Newton meters, 50. Yep, correct. Caliper, take it. Make sure you have room for the disc to go in. So grab your flathead screwdriver and just gently push them out of each other. So push the pistons in. Then try to slide in the wicked brake disc. It's it's a matter of feeling. If it doesn't work for you, restart. Oh, look, like a charm. So these ones are 35. Yep. Let's cheat a little bit. 35. Do you want to do this? All right. So we passed 30, 35. No. Oh fuck! Damn it. 35. One. Seems lots. So what's the matter? Is everything still good? Let's check out the brake. Yep, perfect. Perfect. Click. This one will not click. This one keeps on spinning. Must be very dirty. Something's wrong. Grease and stuff. Nope. Nothing wrong with it. No torsion marks, so kind of strange. Yep. Man, these Italian bikes. Alright, so what the fuck is your problem? Yep. This one just keeps on turning. Yep. Gonna call it a day here. Not gonna turn it anymore because I think there might be some damage on this fuckhead. Let me check it out. No, nothing. And we broke it. And there we go. What a way to close the evening. Oh, we're lucky. The bolt snapped. What kind of junk is this? So, no problem. At least we can put in a new one and I don't have to drill it out. I found a leftover bolt, a Nimbus. Let's check it out. So I would recommend not tightening these to 35, as they say, but yeah. I would set these to 25 rather than 35. Where's my wrench? Yep. So it's a little bit shorter. But hey, better than too long. So I'm gonna set my wrench. This one is tightened to 35. So this will not move. I'm gonna set my wrench to 25. Yep. And that's a fix. Quick fix when you're on the roads. This will do the trick. This is a stronger bolt than these bitch bolts. So this is hardened steel. So it will not move. It's deep enough. It's like 4 millimeters of difference or something like that. So yeah. We'll test drive it with a Of course, the disc is bent. You have to be kidding me. The disc is bent. Yeah, whatever. That's for another time. So here you have it. How to do the forks and all the misery that comes with the Beta bike 350R 2000 something. I'll list it. So have a good one. Remind yourself to keep having fun and like and subscribe.